What's up? Where y'all been at? Anyway, two things. Number one, how the hell do people keep falling for this show? It's been 5 seasons. Number two, I think they need a new rule. Only hot people can go on this show if they're broke. Alright, welcome to Taste Take. If you're new here, today I'm breaking down the first 4 episodes of the new season of Too Hot to Handle. All I've seen are these first 4 episodes, so I'm going to be breaking them down like you've seen them too. If that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button for your boy. For my regular taste takers, let's see if these hotties on Love Overboard are going to sink or swim. Get it? I said sink or swim, like sink or swim. Cinco, swim, cinco like 5 because it's the 5th season. Yeah, I'm a little rusty. All right, quick background here. This season of Too Hot to Handle features 10 new hotties from the United States, England, and Switzerland. And they all think they're about to go on this show called Love Overboard. What they don't know is that they're actually being set up to go on the 5th season of Too Hot to Handle. And I have no idea how they didn't even read the fine print or just assume that it's going to be a trick. Now, if you've never seen Too Hot to Handle, consider yourself lucky. You probably read and like go outside and stuff. But for the rest of us, this was one of those shows that came out in like the height of the Pandesky. We was watching anything. The idea is that you get a group of hotties who think they're going on some new fancy Netflix dating show. The twist is they're actually on Too Hot to Handle, where you can't kiss anyone, you can't smash anyone, you can't have any self-gratification, and if you can hold off long enough without doing any of that stuff, you win a cash prize. Like the group wins a cash prize. All the past seasons of Too Hot to Handle have been narrated by a woman named Desiree Birch, and she's back here for a 5th season with even more dad jokes and corny punchlines, which I'm sad to admit are actually pretty fire. But if you watch this show, you know that the real star is that stupid robot named Lana, who's gonna be the one that's watching over these freaks to make sure that they don't do anything that they're not allowed to do. She's like 24/7 freaky deaky surveillance. And anytime she catches them doing something they're not supposed to do, they just lose a little bit more money out of that pot. So by the end of it, they just get to split what other scraps are left because they couldn't keep their freaking paws off each other. All right, let's just get into the episodes here. Boom, episode 1. This one's called Up Ship's Creek. And of course here, we're gonna meet our cast. Let's break them down and give some initial thoughts. First, we got Louis from the UK. He's a semi-pro soccer player, and he felt the need to thank God on international television for being more hung than the other guys on his team. Then we got Courtney from Houston, and shout out to Netflix for the first 2 people being black. A little representation never hurt nobody. Now, let's just pray that they don't do this black woman like they be doing some of the other black women on these Netflix shows, but we just gonna wait and see. Then we have Hannah from LA. She's the one that tells us she likes to have 5 boyfriends at a time, just in case, like if one is acting up, then you can go to like the other one. I guess like this, because maybe if 2 are acting up, then at least you have 3 left. I guess all the way up to like, I guess because if 4 are acting up, they all can't be acting up at the same time. Then there's Hunter from Arizona, who for sure has the lowest IQ on the show. And I know this is Too Hot to Handle. This is not Jeopardy, but I know for a fact that he had help filling out his application. I'm gonna give him some props though for those stupid ass fish flops. That was genius. Moving on to Megan, she's from Cambridge in the UK. She's the one that keeps a ick list on her phone. Did anybody out there keep a ick list? Like, y'all have icks? If you have an ick, drop an ick in the comments. I don't know if I have an ick list. Maybe having an ick list is an ick. That's exception. Anyway, Megan seems to be a very nice girl, regardless of this stupid list. Next up, we got Dre from Atlanta. Still loving the representation here. Dre is the one that left us with that scripture when he said, when you look good, you don't gotta try that hard. Thank you, Dre. Next, we're back in the UK with Alex. He's the one that looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. He's basically like the British version of Hunter, but way funnier. He's easily the coolest dude on the show so far. Then we got Christine from Texas. Christine is a bottle girl. Christine is 6'1". Christine says that she's on this show for dick. When does Oppenheimer come out? All right, last two. Starting with Isaac from New Jersey, who's the banker. He calls himself a finance bro. Very low-key fellow. I don't have much to say about this dude at present, but we'll be back to him. And last, but 1000% not least, we got Elise. She's from Lausanne, Switzerland. I've never been there. She is a ski instructor who says that guys like her because of her huge boobs. I mean, she's got a lot of personality. I don't know why she didn't lead with that, especially since those got to be the smallest double D's in history. Lowercase D's, if you will. But Elise cool with me, man. Let me just go on record real quick by saying, all right, cool. My favorite two dudes are Alex and Dre, and my favorite two girls right now are Elise and Megan. All right, just putting that out there right now before anybody comes from me saying I'm flip-flopping. I think we flip-flopping, but just because they be doing different stuff. All right, now it's time to couple up because you got to choose someone to share your bed with. We got 10 people on the cast and 5 beds. You guys know how to do that math. For some reason, like half of the girls are into Louis. I don't know if it's his pigtails or what. Elise likes Alex and Hunter. Basically, they're like clones of each other, just British and American. And Alex doesn't seem all the way as dumb as Hunter. Courtney likes Isaac, and Isaac likes Courtney. So they the only one that don't gotta like fight for their like bedmate. So back to Louis Gate. I guess part of the show is the producers telling them to like walk away and be alone and see who comes over to like try to bag them. So freaking Louis goes in his little corner and he's chilling by himself. Megan walks up and she's like, I want you in my bed tonight. And he's like, for sure, let's do it. She leaves. Then Christine walks over to him and she's like, I need some sunscreen, but only on my ass. And also, I need you in my bed tonight. He's like, for sure, let's do it. She leaves. Then Hannah walks over and she's like, I'm gonna give you some suntan lotion. Also, I need you in my bed tonight. He's like, for sure, let's do it. She leaves. How many beds does this dude have? Anyway, on to the other love triangle. Well, I guess Louis is in more of a love rectangle. But anyway, Elise is in a love triangle with Hunter and Alex. So Elise does a little sexy walk away thing where she's just chilling. Now, Alex comes over and drops some corny lines and just starts cuddling up with her, but he doesn't make a bold move. He just goes in, flirts all awkwardly, and leaves. No closure. Alex, you gotta fight, man. Later on, Elise is in the hot tub and Hunter comes over to sadly show us how it's done. He's in there and he's like, look, I want you in my bed. And she's like, all right. Then this moron's like, are you a good kisser? And she falls for this, as she'll fall for many of his stupid tricks. And they start making out. And that's it. Freaking Hunter's making out with your girl and you're playing on that pink flamingo floating around with Dre. You see how you messed this all up? I would also be remiss if I didn't mention that Courtney tells Isaac that she's into handcuffs and blindfolds. So somewhere out there, that conversation is happening. The episode comes to a close where that fake Captain Blower reveals to these morons that there's no show called Love Overboard. Then he reveals the dreaded Lana. So now these hornballs know exactly what that means. They got a chance to win $200,000, which they will certainly not win. Oh yeah, and before the episode ends, Louis actually has to pick someone to sleep in his bed, and he told all 3 of these girls that they could do it. But in the end, he actually chooses Hannah, which is a good choice. Hopefully, he doesn't mess it up. Spoiler alert, he definitely messes it up. Boom! Episode 2. This one's called Matter of Pact. Everyone wakes up super grumpy. Now they have one night to sleep on the realization that they're on Too Hot to Handle. We see immediately that Dre is going to be the detective cracking down on anybody that wants to get freaky. We see almost just as immediately how bad he is at this, but it doesn't make it any less funny. Detective Dre definitely need to be defunded because on night 1, we already get a rule break from Hunter and Elise, who started smooching under the covers. Damn it, Dre. Now that's going to cost them, but we don't know how much it is yet. Like I said, the total prize is $200,000. And if you split that amongst 10 people, obviously you guys can do the math. It's simple. You can just carry the one. It's $20K each, obviously. I was just making sure you guys had time to do it at home. And it's not millions of dollars, but like I said, the show used to only give $100,000. So obviously, Bidenomics are working. Huh? It's probably just adjusted for inflation. Dre's out there talking about how bad he needs this money because he got 10 siblings. Like, bro, even if you individually won the whole 200K, please tell me how that's enough to bless 10 siblings. Anyway, in other news, Christine is still kicking and screaming at the fact that Louis decided to choose Hannah, or as Louis calls her, Hannah. Freaking Christine is like, obviously I fancy him. Girl, stop using British words. You're humiliating yourself. Anyway, back to Elise and her Make-A-Wish kid Hunter. They're on the beach, and I believe he's trying to communicate with her, but he doesn't know how to use words that well. I still don't know why she likes him. I mean, like, yes, she says that he's hot, but she's not dumb, so like, it's not enough. Somehow he gets her to make out with him again. That's how I know these people got money, because like, she's willing to waste money on this clown. Like, again, this show just got to go out there and find some hot people with student loan debt that the Republicans refuse to forgive. I need some hotties with a struggle, because the way that Dre's trying to build generational wealth off $20,000, I know they not all on the same wavelength. What else? Oh yeah, Hannah was grooming Louis like they live in the jungle. Isaac was going Travis Barker on Courtney's ass. Alex is still going after Elise, which I respect the fight. You can't give up yet, King. It's not over till it's over. Megan is now currently sharing his bed, and my future prediction, that's so Raven style, is that he's gonna start liking Megan. And as soon as he starts to like Megan, Elise is gonna be like, hey, what are you doing over there? All right, so here's the part where Louis has that stupid idea to make a pact with Isaac. Now, the pact is basically that him and Isaac and their partners are gonna like break the rules, but it'll be less crazy and they'll be less hated because they both broke the rule and not just one person. Now, they have no idea that Elise and Hunter already broke the rules, so that's whatever. They're just living in their own world, but whatever. They also got to get the girls to agree to this pact. Of course, they agree to it. It's not even, they don't even debate it. So they sneak off and they get 2 makeouts for each couple. That'll be $1 million, please. And I still hate Louis' hair. Anywho, shortly after this, they all get called into the principal's office to get yelled at by Lana. Freaking Hannah and Louis are lying to everyone's face like it's not going to get revealed in the next 30 seconds. Then you got Megan, who's so damn innocent that she thinks Lana is charging her for a rule break when she was freaking rubbing the suntan lotion off her bikini. You are adorable, Megan. I think you're on the wrong show. Now, Elise, being the real one that she is, finally admits to breaking a rule with Hunter. Lana's like, thank you, Elise. I appreciate your honesty. But I'm doubling up the fine, and I'm canceling the date that I had planned for y'all. It was kind of like Diddy and Making the Band when he kept shutting the studio down. Then Isaac comes clean and he's like, look, we had a pact to like make out with our partners at the same time, me and Louis. And we did that. It was dumb. Sorry about that, y'all. That pact cost the group $24,000 plus the $12,000 that Elise and Hunter racked up under the covers and in the beach. On the beach? So after all that dust settles, Louis is in the corner just reflecting on his life and realizing how much that stupid pact cost the group. He's like, damn, I cost the group a lot of money. I gotta relax. I gotta just chill out and just get to know Hannah without all that physical stuff. Christine sneaks over while he's brushing his teeth and she's like, meet me on the beach in 5 minutes. Now we're all at home like, don't do it, Louis, please. Not like this. Hannah is right there. You're already brushing your teeth. Just go to bed. Just chill. But he doesn't chill. He sneaks off and goes and meets Christine in the sand. Her freaking curls are blowing in the wind. I think the moon is shining off her face. How'd she get the lighting like that at night? He's like, I shouldn't be out here. And we're all like, duh. Then he's like, I don't think Hannah will be cool with me talking to you right now. And Christine's like, you think I care? What? Christine's like, I'll lose money with you right now. And he's like, huh? What'd you say? You couldn't hear that last part. And she's like, I said, I'll lose money with you right now. And there ain't no one in the whole world that can resist that. I don't care if it's freaking Barack Hussein Obama and Michelle Obama's in the house getting a snack. There's no one. It was too powerful. So of course, Louis freaking kisses her with his juicy ass lips. This dude puts too much chapstick on. I don't know why he puts so much on, but they kiss. And he tells her, just let me close things off with Hannah, and then I'll be in your bed. Thanks. Then he has to sneak his sandy ass back inside the house and get in bed with Hannah, but not before Louis gives Hannah one more bedtime smooch. This dude didn't even brush his teeth again. And I know if it was me, I wouldn't want to brush my teeth again after I already just brushed them and I didn't even eat. But you just made out with Christine. Hannah is basically making out with Christine. Imagine if Hannah was like a lip gloss expert and she's like, wait a minute, is that new Fenty? Get out of my bed. Boom, episode 3. This one's called Stick or Twist. Again, everyone wakes up not knowing how crazy last night really was. Also, does anyone know why the guys are sleeping in those eye masks? Anywho, Detective Dre wakes up and asks who broke a rule before he even licks his lips. Louis gives some nonsense science lesson about how having a boner is bad for your health or something like this. At this point, no one knows about his makeout doubleheader, but he finds his pack mate Isaac and he confides in him. Of course, Isaac is like all of us, like, what? And he's like, yeah, I know, it's crazy. I don't know what to do. You think I should tell Hannah? And Isaac's like, absolutely, which is absolutely the right advice that freaking Louis will clearly ignore. On to the less toxic side of the house, well, like, for now. Megan is starting to like Alex. Now, because Elise chose Hunter, Alex is like stuck with Megan. Megan is a nice girl. She's not stuck. I'm just saying, like, you know, Alex sees that Hunter and Elise seem to be going strong, so he's kind of like subtly throwing in the towel. And he's like, well, Megan is nice, so let me just see where this goes. Megan gets Alex to say that he fancies her, and Megan is very happy about this. Unfortunately, this will not last, and we hate to see it, because we are Team Megan around here. Now, back to the toxic side of the house. Lana is patiently waiting for Louis to tell Hannah the truth. But Louis is talking to Hannah about literally everything else under the sun. He's like, Hannah, can I talk to you about something? And she's like, yeah, what's up, Louis? And he's like, what's your favorite cereal? And she's like, then he's like, Hannah, can I talk to you seriously? And she's like, yeah, what's up? Do you think that Tom and Jerry are really best friends? This dude never gets to the nitty gritty. And now it's too late, because Lana done called everybody back to the principal's office. You had your chance, man. You had your freaking chance. So Lana's like, all right, Louis, you want to tell him or should I? You're getting punked by a robot. So Louis's like, all right, y'all. I kissed Hannah in bed last night. Lana's like, you know damn well that ain't what I'm talking about. But it's going to cost you $6,000 anyway. He's still not speaking about all the things he needs to speak about. So Christine jumps in because she's impatient. And she's like, oh, you trying to get that last little bit before you jumped into my bed? No, huh? Because, yeah, remember because we was kissing on the beach last night? And then you went to bed, and I guess you kissed Hannah after that? Now, at this point, everyone's like... Now, besides all the drama, financially, he just cost the group another $12K. They're down to like $152,000. Literally, another way to look at this is like every makeout costs each person $600. How is Dre supposed to feed his kids like this? Anyway, Hannah's like, you don't got to worry about this because it'll never happen again. And Louis' like, it might. Bro, if you don't just shut up. Then Christine, with the freaking nerve, she's like, oh, no. I'm wiping my hands clean of him. But you are literally not. Meanwhile, on the other side of the house, Elise is getting set up to go on a romantic date with Hunter. We'll see how that goes. Louis is still on his apology tour, and the next stop is Christine. We're actually watching her execute a masterclass in gaslighting because she knows what she was doing. It's not his fault. He's an idiot. That's actually idiot abuse, and Louis, you don't gotta stand for that. Now she's telling him that she got the ick. That stupid word all over again. Now, keep in mind, Hannah's like, oh, I'll never blame the girl in these situations. Christine, you good with me. I wonder how she's gonna feel when she watches it back and hears Christine say that she doesn't care about the connection that her and Louis have. I guess we gotta wait for the reunion. Anyway, after about 30 seconds of pretending to be mad at this dude, she immediately takes him back and asks him who he thinks is the better kisser. Girl, you already know it's you. He already said it. Just relax. Back to this Elise and Hunter date. This dude is a complete Neanderthal having a nice dinner with his bilingual queen. Like, she's out there trying to get to know this dude, and he's looking around like, I wonder if I can climb that tree. Luckily for us, Lana sees what we all see. So right in the middle of the date, she gives Elise a choice. You can stay there and talk about Hunter's muscles, or you can get rid of him and bring in Alex. Now Alex has a choice, because we know he's been getting all canoodly with Megan. And Megan is a nice girl. 0 red flags so far. But Elise is the girl that he's been creeping on since the beginning. Now, how is he going to pass up the opportunity to have a chance with the one girl that he wanted from the beginning? There's no way he's going to pass that up. And he doesn't pass that up. He literally leaves Megan and goes on this date with Elise. Then for some reason, poor Courtney is the one that has to break it to Megan that Alex is going on this date. That's racism some way. I got to figure out how that's racism, but I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to put it back. Elise and Alex go on their date. They laugh, they talk, whatever, they enjoy it. Alex asks her, hey, you want to go in my bed? She says, yes. Now poor Megan's crying again. And she did tell us, she was like, look, anytime that a guy has to choose between me and someone else, they always choose someone else. She literally called it, which is like sad to see, but it's part of the game. Now this new couple has to figure out how they're going to get into this bedroom and explain themselves. They're fumbling all over their words. It's like when like a parent gets caught like smashing like by their kids and they have to explain like, well, yeah, like sometimes when people like love each other, you know, they like get naked together and stuff. So yeah, freaking Alex and Elise walk into the bedroom and they're like holding hands like, so we're gonna share a bed together? Like, look, man, we don't need a press conference. We understand what's happening here. We've seen the show. Megan, naturally, is crying again. I just think it's funny how, like, all these people come on this show all, like, tough and, like, I'm a player. I just want to smash and hook up and see hot guys and hot girls. And then when the shit gets going, everyone turns into a little softie when their little flame just flies away. So it's like, are these guys really players? Are these girls really just looking for hookups? But Megan, you get a pass just because I like you. And you kept the same energy from the beginning. So everyone leave her alone. Boom, episode 4. This one's called Court in the Act. I guess each episode starts where they're just waking up, starting their day. Anyway, Megan is still crying. I don't even know if the girl went to sleep. Elise feels the need to tell the whole room that Alex has better banter than Hunter. Luckily for Hunter, he doesn't know what this word means. Lana comes in saying she's going to test the new couples. Louie's like, yeah, that's good. I want to make a real connection. I'm just kidding. I want to be naughty. This dude is going to be an absolute terrorist on Perfect Match Season 2. All right, quick Isaac and Courtney scene. They do a rule break, more money lost. Now the show is finally getting to those activities. You know, part of this whole experience is to like teach them how to have genuine connection. So like this is the first example of that. They're on the beach with a relationship expert named Brendan. This is when they're wearing those MAGA hats. This is where they have to write down 3 things they're dealing with. And it's like they have these paintballs that represent each of those things. And they hit the ball like with a baseball bat. And it's supposed to like, you know, destroy all those like bad things. Like for example, Elise says that she's too strong. She's always chasing excitement. And she has a problem building trust. Alex says he's indecisive. He's a people pleaser. And he's too good looking. Yeah, like some of the lists are better than others. Louis says he's impatient, he has trust issues, and he's impulsive. Then we get this tiny violin scene where he explains that his parents split up when he was 5 years old, and I'm supposed to believe that that's why he's smooching the whole cast. I know what you're doing, Louis, and I'm not gonna fall for it. 5 years old? Nah. I'm not falling for it. Nope. Yes, the reason I smashed every girl in the house is because when I was in my mother's womb, I could hear my parents constantly fighting. It really messed me up. I'm just kidding. Childhood trauma is real and should be taken very seriously. Anyway, Courtney says she has a problem with listening, depending on people, and always falling for the wrong guy. The poor girl has no idea she's doing it all over again. All right, we're out of there. We're back with Lana, and she tells the group that Isaac and Courtney kiss cost them another $6,000. But nobody cares because they think that couple deserved a smooch. These people got money at home, I'm telling you. But that ain't the only news Lana came in there dropping, because this is where we find out we're about to get 2 new people. 1 guy, 1 girl, and they each get to choose someone to go on a date with that's already in a couple. We find out that we'll be meeting a girl named Yasmin, and she chooses Isaac to go on a date with. Courtney, thank you for your service. You are no longer needed. Then we got a new guy named Trey, and he chooses Christine. He has no idea that she can dunk on him. We start off with this Trey and Christine date. They're just chilling on the beach. He describes himself as a pretty boy player. But when he's in relationships, he's loyal. Unrelated, this dude's dimples are deeper than where the Ocean Gate submarine imploded. Then we meet Yasmin on her date with Isaac. Yasmin is from Uruguay. And she says that all she has to do is say "ay papi" to get a man. Okay. We also find out that Lana has suspended all the rules for these 2 dates. So theoretically, the 4 of them could have a freaking orgy and not cost the group a dime, which would be epic. Yasmin is already so annoying. Remember when she asked him like, hey, when's your birthday? And he's like, October. And she's like, Scorpio, we're compatible. Now, first of all, he just said October. He didn't say the date. So obviously he could be a Libra or a Scorpio. And don't ask me how I know that. But also like, maybe they edited out him saying the number, but that ain't like privacy. I can know his birthday. Then he asked her like, hey, what's your background? And she's like, I'm Latina. Now, I'm not a part of that community, but I have it on very good authority that no one in that community would describe themselves that way. Yeah, I know people. All right, back to our trade date. This dude's from Chicago. She asked him, hey, what's your type? He's like, chocolate skin, curvy in all the right places. Hikey, she is neither of those things. Back to Yasmin. She's trying to prove that everything sounds sexier in Spanish. So she tells him that his face looks like a dead frog. You're telling me she could have said anything? And that's what she tells him? No, I'm just asking a question. I just want to know. She could say anything. Like she knows the whole language, right? I'm sure she knows all the words. So, This girl's got enough red flags to show the whole beach that the water ain't safe. But this dude, Isaac, is so horny, he doesn't care about none of that shit. Plus, she tells him that she got her freaking tongue and nipples pierced. Yeah, it's over for you, Courtney. I'm sorry. Like, maybe some new people will come in and you can get some freaking action, but another black female Netflix reality queen bites the dust. But Isaac brings her up though. He describes what they have as a situationship, which is not all the way false. But then he says he's trying to try something new. Now there's no way I can prove this, but I know for a fact that Netflix gives these new people a stimulus check if they can get their dates to make out with them. So it happens. Isaac is like, I would like to kiss you. And this moron's like, today? Ugh. So they kiss, and this hornball gets the tongue ring makeout he's been searching for. So now they got to go back to the group, and they come back in holding hands. Courtney has to watch all of this in horror. They sit down, he's got his arm around her, and the guys are like, did y'all kiss? And he's like, yup, 3 times. Also, like, as a grown-up, are we still doing the when you show it? Like if you're right in front of someone, like are we still showing it? Y'all still showing it? Anyway, then he's like, yeah, and she's sleeping in my bed tonight. It's savagery. It's the show, but it's like a level of savagery. Now it's time for Christine and Trey to come back from their date. They do. They're not holding hands, but his dimples are dimpling, and all these girls are smitten, and they want to get the tea just like we want the tea. Now, all right, a little redemption for Hunter here, because he does get a little line up. He's like, boys, we got to look at the body language here. All right, so you got that off. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Dre says you also have to look for the mannerisms. I think you meant mannerisms, but it's like, it was very close. And then freaking Netflix leaves us on the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers, because we have no idea if they made out or did anything else. There was no rules on the beach. So like, we're trying to figure it out. In my heart of hearts, if you ask me, I think that they did kiss, but the way that they edited it makes me feel like they're trying to trick me into thinking that they did when they really didn't. Ugh. So what y'all think? Did they kiss or not? And that's pretty much the first 4 episodes of season 5 of Too Hot to Handle. I can't even believe this show is still going on. It's like, how? I just can't put my finger on it. But anyway, that's this week's episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next week, I'll be back reviewing the next 3 episodes, 5, 6, and 7. Week after that, the last 3, 8, 9, and 10. I'm real good with like numbers and stuff. Anyway, as always, thanks for checking out Tate's Take. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. In the comments, just let me know what y'all think about this show. Who are y'all favorites? Who do we not like? Do y'all watch this show? I thought this was done, but we are here. Who do y'all want to see on Perfect Match? Let me not get ahead of myself. All right. I'll be back next week. Relax. Where y'all been at? I'm looking all over for y'all. Thanks for the time, y'all. Peace. Like if I was on Netflix and they told me I'm signing in for a show called Love Overboard. First of all, like why not just go on Love Island? Isn't that better? I'm still falling for these same tricks.